Good morning to respected chairperson, sir, and esteemed faculties. Myself, Dr. Balakrishna Samantray, Assistant Professor, SCV Medical College, Cuttack, Odisha. My paper is Establishing Retinopathy of Prematurity Care Model in Government Newborn Care Unit with Public-Private Partnership Mode, our experience in Eastern India. There is no financial interest. Retinopathy of prematurity is a proliferative retinopathy affecting immature retinal vasculature. It accounts for 3.5 to 18% of all childhood blindness. Three crucial risk factors are low birth weight, low gestational age, and number of days of oxygen administration, and other risk factors contribute to the retinopathy of prematurity. It is no more restricted to metro cities. The severity and incidence depends on the postnatal care, so varies from unit to unit. ROP is rising in epidemic proportion in Odisha, and our institute is no exception to it. My study location is Shishupur, SCB Medical College, Cuttack. Period of study is March 2017 to September 2019, a 2.5-year cross-sectional perspective study. The purpose of my study is to establish independent ROP care in government setup with public-private partnership. Queen, with the funding of Queen Elizabeth Trust UK, ROP project was launched in 5 districts of Odisha, and a memorandum of understanding was signed between the state government of Odisha and LV Prasad Eye Institute Bhubaneswar, which acted as a partnering private setup as mentor and training institute. Public Health Foundation of India, PHFI Hyderabad, and Rashtriya Bal Swasthya Karyakram under National Health Mission supported the activity and its implementation. Training of 2 ophthalmologists from SCV Medical College was done regarding the ROP screening and management like laser and IV intravitreal anti-VEGF injection. The partnering institute, LV Prasad Eye Hospital, did the training at the Mentors Institute, and after the completion of the training, on-site supervision and distant monitoring was done in our institute, so that the effective and regular systematic ROP screening and management was possible, which was not there before 2016. Equipments and all supplied by government of Odisha and RBSK and PHFI were RedCam, laser and intraophthalmoscope and lenses. That we analyze the data in terms of impact and outcomes of the program in terms of capacity building, patient care, quality improvement, and coordination between the government and Mentors Institute. Our journey started at our institute, SCB, LV Prasad, PHFI, and RBSK collaboration. We maintained all the protocols. Our inclusion criteria was any baby with gestational age less than 34 weeks, and or any baby with birth weight less than equal to 2 kg, or any higher gestational age with associated risk factor and a STORMY neonatal course. We did all the screening at the bedside in SNCU and NICUs. To our advantage, we have RedCam for photo documentation. The primary modality of treatment was laser, and an alternative mode of treatment was also anti-VEGF with all protocols and asepsis maintained. It was done at the bedside. Our result, total number of baby screen is 1,528, out of which 601 were reported to have ROP of some degree, that was 39%. Treatment modalities were laser in 67 baby, anti-VEGF in 8, anti-VEGF plus laser in 5. Total babies treated were 80, that accounts to 5.2% of all ROPs. Total babies recovered was 68, lost to follow-up were 8, and total baby worsened were 4. But we were able to save 130 eyes from being blind. The results in terms of capacity building, prior to 2016, there was no systematic ROP screening at our institute, but after screening, after the training, it was made possible by our own faculty. Outcome of our model, coordination and good network build-up between the government and private public partners, advocacy in the neonatal care, the organization of CMEs and workshops at our site, the supervision by the PHFI team, surveillance, and the international mentors, our coordination between the pediatrician, the nurses.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, everybody.
We are in the middle of a presentation, sir.
Sir.
Please mute your mic.
Documentation,
Mute
proper documentation, and creation of our own WhatsApp group for coordination among all. Discussion. The ophthalmologists in medical colleges can be trained in ROP screening, laser, and injection. It has a learning curve. It needs practice, thorough practice before perfection. This model ensures skilled ROP care at the bedside, because improvement of ROP care is a good reflection of good neonatal care. To conclude, PPP mode, a public-private partnership mode of ROPKR model is effective and sustainable. It can be replicable in peripheral districts for a wide coverage. It can be a role model for independent build-up of ROPKR in any part of the country to prevent the ROP-related blindness. This is my reference. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Samantre.
Very well done and very well presented, and it's interesting to see how many eyes were saved. I think this is something which should be taken forward in terms of partnership, because this is a very major source of blindness in neonates.
Hello.
So, Dr. Balakrishna, before the 2016 and after implementing your model, so have you find that significant difference in the care, the quality of care you have taken? And was there any care before 2016?
Sir, before 2016, there was some amount of care being given by a local private hospital, but it was not systematic. It was not fixed days of a week. We started twice a week screening. We started in our own government setup. We started treatment free of cost, but the private setup, they had taken. We are taking the treatment with cost. But the RBSK did a great job. The Rashtriya Bal Swasthya Karyakram did a great job. It made all the treatment possible by its state government. So laser and anti-VEGF injection at the site are all done free of cost. There is a substantial increase in the patient care. There is substantial improvement in the patient care, and ROP has come down.
So have you included the private practitioner in that area also in this study?
No, sir. Only the mentoring institute is helping us. Helping us for 1 year. Then it stopped. I mean, for timely they are being called. But this is our own government setup. So after that, no private people are coming. After we taken over the charge.
I'd be interested to know as to how do you give vitreal VEGF in these neonates? Do you have that kind of anesthesia facilities in the hospital?
Sir, we are doing everything under topical anesthesia, sir, because we are doing it on the bedside. They are extremely sick babies, not able to sit in the air. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Because they are extremely sick babies, we are doing it under topical anesthesia at the bedside itself. We are maintaining all the asepsis, and we are doing and injecting the anti-VEGF at the site itself. And after that,
this is under topical anesthesia.
Yes, sir, topical anesthesia.
This should be reported. One of the few cases I've known where you can give anti-VEGF under topical anesthesia in neonates. What is your opinion about this, Dr. Vishesh?
Yes, sir.
In RP Center, how are you doing this? Are you doing it under topical anesthesia, or are you doing this under GI?
I'm not aware, sir. Actually, that's not my part. Thank you. Sorry.
Sir, since we had trained, this is the mode of anesthesia we had been trained. That is why we are doing it, and because it is difficult to shift them to a OT because the.
No, I understand. I understand the point.
6
Just want to know. Because getting a child to cooperate also is not easy.
Yes.
And the next speaker, Dr. Praveen.
Thank you very much.